welcome to the History Hunter. History Hunter here.
Eagle Eyes, hello.
And Eagle Eyes, we are on the Great World War II Challenge Tour, and today we have a little challenge. We have a very unique little thing that we're going to show you. Just a tiny piece of the World War II history, but it is rather special. So that is why we are here. So why don't you join us? And let's go out and find the path together right now. Today's story is going to take you back in time, and our story starts in the 1920s. Because in the 1920s, there was a very high demand for something that everybody needed. And concrete has just been kind of invented, and coal was of very high importance for everyone. But to get coal from A to B and concrete and sand from A to B, you need something massive to transport it with. And that is what this story here is about today. If you take a look on the other side of the here, you can actually see a quarry where they break down rocks to smaller rocks and then all the way down to sand. And sand is a very important part of concrete. But as I said, to transport it from these huge quarries around the world, you needed something massive. And that massive thing is actually right here. It's just a matter of finding it. This area is known for its World War II history. A ton of World War II activity took place around here, and there were dozens of installations all over this place, and they needed supplies. It was the Germans who came here, and the Germans needed supplies. And they took what they could get. It could be a truck, it could be a wagon, it could be a tractor, it could be a small fishing vessel, and it could also be what you're going to see here today. And these are very rare, very, very rare, and they were actually very rare even during those days. But as I said, this specific piece of equipment was built in the 1920s, and it costed only 600 British pounds.
So this piece of equipment was 50 centimeters long and will carry around 1,000 tons of coal, sand or concrete.
Yeah, so you can see it's actually quite a big thing. So why don't we go over and see what it is? So right in front of Eagle Eyes, that is today's little story. Right there, there's a very, very unique vessel. And you might be fooled to think that that is something you know about, but this is a very, very specially designed and constructed vessel. And as you see, when we get over there, you can actually touch it, feel it, and I think you'd be surprised to see what it's made of. This is something that Eagle Eye spotted from Google Earth. And he was so surprised to find out that it actually was attached to the World War II history that we're looking for. And I'm pretty amazed that this young boy could do that. And I'm happy that he did, because we dug into it and we found out quite a bit about it and why it is here. This is a concrete barge. It was built in 1920. And as Eagle Eye said, it was 57 meters long and could carry around 1,000 tons of coal, sand or concrete. In 1924, it was sold for 900 British pounds, and it was used for several years to transport rocks and concrete. So what is the connection between the German World War II activity and what you see here? Well, in 1941, it was sold to a local company here. It was transported all the way to this region, and that company freighted a lot of sand and concrete. And by coincidence, guess what? The Germans used a lot of coal and also sand to create all the different structures on the Atlantic wall. So they said, we need it, so they confiscated it and put it up to some routes to travel or to transport all the coal that they needed. They transported several thousand tons of coal back and forth, and they distributed that to different World War II locations that the Germans had in this region. That is quite a spectacle, huh? Look at that. It's just right here. The sand has been washed back and forth, so at high tide you cannot get to it, but at low tide now you can get to it. So one night in 1943, the barge supposedly hit a German sea mine. It got unhooked. They tried to tow it, but then in very bad weather it got unhooked from the towing vessel and it drifted ashore right here. It's pretty special for a young boy here to be able to come over here and then just touch history like this. Yeah, Eagle Eyes is wearing a sun hat today because it's 28 degrees already and we don't want to get sunburned. See here? This is history. And check out there, you can see the numbers that says how deep it was in the ocean. There are some steel inlays here, but this, guys, see what it is? It's rebars and concrete. So I haven't got a clue how much this thing weighs, but it must be quite a lot. But Eagle Eyes has a picture for you that he wants you to see, so let me bring that out. That is what this looked like during the heydays. You can see here, this is a huge concrete barge. And you can see this is the anchor coming out. There's a gentleman on the top there. And now this same vessel is just laying right here. And you can see the ocean is constantly coming. And it seems like the ocean level actually goes all the way up to here because of, you can see all the barnacles. They will thrive there. And you can see that line continues here. So this is the high tide line. And you can see we're at almost maximum low tide now, so that is cool.
That it's big and it's concrete, so you will think it will sink.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. That Eagle Eye says now it's concrete. Why does it float? But you know, it's a vessel, so it's about buoyancy and all of that. But wow, this is pretty special, to be honest. And I'm so happy that you Eagle Eyes, you saw this. And you can see it's properly buried in here, so it's not easy to get that out. And guess what? They actually tried many times to pull it off, locals, but the Germans got an insane idea. They started to try and blast it to pieces because in here there are so many tons of rebars that they needed, and they actually started to try and blast this thing apart. But guess what? They really failed with that, so they gave it up. But because of all the trials to get it off, there was lots of money spent trying to get it off, but it is still here. And how cool is that? And right now we're thinking that we might gonna try and see if we can actually get on board here. There are a couple of ropes I see. There's also a tiny hole inside there, so let's see if we can get inside it. So of course this hole is made for pygmies. Bit fat me probably won't fit, but I'll definitely give it a go. But I think maybe Eagle Eyes can try and see if we can get inside here. If not, maybe the ropes could help. But Eagle Eyes is gonna definitely do his very best. Can you get in? He's so much smaller than me, so you can get in?
Oh, and then you will have to climb up that. Oh.
Come on, get in. Oh my goodness, do I really fit in there? I cannot fathom that I actually got my big fat ass through that hole. That was just, it was no clearance whatsoever. And that is where you need to go in here at low tide. But check it out, guys. This is one of the freight compartments that are here. And you can see this is one of the holes. And yes, there's a ton of rebars everywhere here. You can definitely see that. And I can understand why the Germans wanted to blast this thing to get all of that. Probably hundreds of tons of rebar. And you can see the water here just disintegrate everything. What is that? That's kind of like a pipe going up. And there's a this is very boggy bottom here. I'm not gonna take you in there, but I just want you to see it like this. Well, we are hoping that we can get to the top here by a feature that we spotted. This ladder here. We should have brought our rope, Eagle Eyes, but nevertheless, this ladder here, I'm gonna check it to see if it looks safe enough. But if we can get up there, that would be cool. We can get to the top of the vessel here.
It's loose.
Does it look safe?
No.
I'll give it a go and see what happens.
So what do I do if you fall down?
You can have my camera and mobile phone and
money?
just leave me here.
Okay.
All right, let's try and get up there. No, that is just a the left-hand side is rusted off, and the right-hand side there is just like this thick. And no, it's not gonna do it for me, and it's not gonna be for Eagle Eyes, because I don't want to risk anything. But there were a couple of ropes on the outside, Eagle Eyes, so let us see. But is there any, let's see, maybe there could be a ladder on this side, Eagle Eyes. That is better. I'm just gonna check it out here, guys. Oh, this is so soggy. I'm just gonna see if I can spot a ladder here. Let me see if I can kind of turn the camera around like this. And I'm just gonna record up there and then come back and I'll check that recording and I'll let you know what I see. I came out from the hole. Let's see. Eagle Eyes is also coming through the hole. That was actually a failure. I don't want, Eagle Eyes can get up, but I don't want him to be alone up there in case anything should happen. But we have another solution for you. We brought the drone. So why don't we just take a few flyovers and show you the beautiful scenery, and then also we can show you exactly everything on board, because the drone is a perfect companion for just these type of assignments. Before we left, we promised to say thank you to some kind people who supported us with some super thanks donations and PayPal donations. I said I'll make you historical. Guys, look where you are. You are here where this story here unfolds, and you are now historical because each and every one of you took advantage of the super thanks feature here. Basically your opportunity to help us out to get some gasoline into the fuel tank of the camper van, go out and make you historical, because you guys, you are right here with us, and you are the reason for us to sit here and thank you. So thank you for your very, very kind donation, and you are now historical. But not only that,
we got people.
We got some fantastic people who helped us out with a PayPal donation. You can find that here where it says more. Click that and you find the link here. Thank you, each and every one of you. I'm adding the list as we go on this tour, and you are now historical. And I promised I'll make you historical and thank each and every one of you. And that is exactly what we're doing here, because you guys, you are in a way here with us. So thank you for your very kind support. All right, we are preparing the drone for a little mission here.
Battery first.
Battery inside there. We're gonna put up the phone.
Don't crash the drone, that's number one rule.
No, Eagle Eye decided that he wanted me to fly this.
Don't
and
mess up. I just kick you in the water.
And I will fly this drone right now. So I'm gonna crank it up and make
this.
everything ready. It is ready. If you're ready, let's go.
Take off, take off.
Pretty fascinating to see this thing laying here, and even the name of the vessel is out there. So who knows, maybe in the future it will be removed, but until then I think there's a lot of people that can enjoy coming here and seeing this thing still laying here. And the drone, well, it was quite usable.
You did not crash yet?
No, we did not crash. It was handy for us today, and I'm really happy that we were able to come by this location and find the vessel and share the story with you, because this is actually very, very rare. We just realized that this is ultra rare to find one of these concrete barges still out there to be kind of looked at and studied and even learned from, because I've never seen a concrete barge like this before ever, and neither have Eagle Eyes, and perhaps neither have you. So very glad that we could share this with you here today.